Okay, well, now that we're here, let's go to the barracks.
Let's get to work.
Oh, Goodwin here seems to be decent. Although very bad in this end of the scale. Decent here, pretty good here. So I'm not sure about Goodwin, actually.
Prepped and ready, Commander.
Because I feel like this is bad. Like only having one here. I don't know if that's a good. These things are good. And in theory, we could put this guy on a mech that runs. Pretty cool, but I don't know. I'm not sold on Goodwin here. I'll have to think about it. But for right now, let's take a look at the market. Alright, so we have a Wolverine that's a hero mech, very expensive, so I don't think there's any likelihood I buy this thing. But the hero mechs are where you see some of the more unusual loadouts and what have you. You got 2 SRM6s, whereas a Wolverine normally only has 1. There's probably like some usage of, I don't know, endo steel or maybe an XL engine or something that is a higher tech to allow for the kind of tonnage here, because the armor is still pretty good. Could be ferrofibrous armor as well, so ferrofibrous. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. Ferrofibrous. Well, there's a Vindicator, a normal one. I think we're a little bit beyond when I would want a Vindicator. I think that that ship has sailed. And then Hunchback, standard Hunchback. I don't think I'm really interested in any of these mechs. But let's take a look at equipment. We have stuff to sell, but first let's focus on what we could buy. We have a quality 3 autocannon. That might be worth picking up. We now have 10% discount on this location. Or in Capellan space in general. Energy weapons. Probably 2 flamer, I don't really care. Large laser, we should probably pick that up. It's also not that expensive, so we're seeing no reason why not to. We haven't really been using PPCs, so I think I'm going to pass on that. And then missile systems. We already have a lot of these quality 2 SRM6s, but we don't have as many of these quality 2 SRM4s, so I'll buy a couple of those, I guess. They're not that expensive anyway. Let's see about ammo and stuff. See if we can find anything cool. No, not that I see. Alright, let's go into our inventory, and we'll start selling some stuff. So we've got this to sell. We've got quite a few of these, actually. So, energy weapons, large laser. I could probably sell some of these medium lasers. I have so many of the damn things. Now, we do lose medium laser quite often, but I think 20 is probably fine. So I'll sell 5 of the damn things. Give us a couple 100,000. I mean, we're doing really well on money. LRM-10, we've got a few of those. Nothing else really worth selling. Okay. Well, this is going to be some working on mech time. So, Grasshopper's just going to be a simple repair. Crab is just going to be a simple repair. Quick Draw is just going to be a simple repair. Centurion, unfortunately, we do have to replace that AC-10, but that's okay. We could give it that burst fire quality 3, but I don't think we're going to do that. I like the standard autocannon better, and it seems like the AI knows how to use it too, so we'll go with that. Also repair all. There we go. See, much quicker here. So start work. Yep. Alright. That being said, let me take a look at the Warhammer, because this needs fixed. It's kind of hard to use right now with its heat efficiency. This is a mech that struggles with heat efficiency anyway. I'm just not sure how we're gonna make it better. The only thing that comes to mind is we downgrade the SRM6 plus Artemis with a normal SRM6, gain a ton from that, and use that for a heatsink. I could also upgrade the small lasers to be more efficient. Probably not going to make that much of a difference, but it will be more heat efficient, very slightly. It also have more damage output and better range, so I think we do that. Of all the mechs we could put these small lasers on, this is the one that makes the most sense, so... And we got quite a few of these things anyway. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. We need more heat sinks, and I don't know if one heat sink is going to be a big enough difference, but I feel like we have to do something, and we have to sacrifice something to do that. So let's go ahead and downgrade that to a standard SRM-6, lower quality as well. And then we're going to need normal SRM ammo versus the Artemis ammo. So we do get a ton out of that, and I'm going to go ahead and just invest in a single heatsink, which I will put in the middle, the center torso. That's fine. So a little bit more heat efficient, a little less damage output, but should be slightly more heat efficient. Now, granted, we lost some heat efficiency here. If we take a look at the Artemis system, that's 3.24 versus 3.42. Arguably, I don't know if the heatsink was necessarily worth it, because you only get 0.1 out of that, but the tricky thing is, this is per minute, this is per second. So you have to do some complicated math. They really need to make it a standard uniform heat. So either this needs to be per minute, or this needs to be per second to match up. Like, the two need to match up. Because otherwise, I have to sit here, and I have to multiply this by 60 to kind of figure it out. And then I have to look at all the weapon systems and add it up. Like, they really need to do a better job of telling you what your heat efficiency is. But if we do the real simple math, thankfully, with the plus 0.1, I should be at 2 now, I think. No. Okay, no, it already gives you the total. But just for the simplicity of me and my keeping my mind intact, we'll say this is equivalent of 120 heat per minute. So we've got... Well, see, the complicated thing is you have to multiply the heat generated by the fire rate per minute. So it's just a mess. Really, if we're continuously firing the large lasers in this thing, that's about what our heat sinks can handle. Anything more than that, and we're taxing our heat generation quite a bit. Which this thing normally comes with PPCs, so this mech is normally way worse. Now, granted, the pulse lasers probably don't help. And another thing we could do to help ourselves as far as that goes is just give ourselves standard medium lasers. We'd get another ton back, which we could put into heat sinks. But I don't know. I just don't think 2 medium lasers by themselves would be effective enough. I think these medium pulse lasers, we kind of need them. Hopefully this is enough to make up for what we're seeing. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think we're still going to be running pretty damn hot. Well, in any case, let's go ahead and start the work. And we'll test it and we'll see. Well, hold on. What are the weapon groups? Okay, they're about the same that they used to be, so... yeah, that's fine. Alright. So, that's our attempt to make the Warhammer a more effective platform. Another thing we could do is we could remove the small lasers altogether and add yet another heatsink in there. I'm not sure that's going to make as big of a difference as we'd like, though. Alright, well... I don't think there's anything else really to do, unless we just want to take the Thunderbolt and say, you know what, this Thunderbolt's not effective. We need to figure out a way to make it more effective by, I don't know, stripping out the LRM system and putting a SRM system instead. The problem with that is I don't know how we make the mech much better, because if we look at it, it's pretty much maxed out on armor as is. I can put a couple points here and there on places, but not really much more. I mean, this mech by default is pretty maxed out on its armor, so... Removing the LRM-15 system, I could put an SRM-6 and an SRM-4 in this thing. And... that would be slightly lighter. And then where would we be at? I think I'd have 2 tons to work with at that point, and no idea of where to put them. This is kind of a hot running mech, so I guess we could put more into heat sinks to try and help it, but And maybe that's the reason why the AI doesn't use it very effectively. It's just such a hot-running mech that it doesn't fire as fast as it should. That could be true. Well, I feel like the Thunderbolt's not effective. We need to make it effective. So I kind of like having these LRM-15s though, because like in my mind, what we would want is we want the Quick Draw and the Thunderbolt to work together to give us a little bit of long-range missile support. But then it's not the only thing that the mech does. But I'm worried this mech may be not heat efficient enough for the AI to use effectively. Maybe they are trying to be really conservative with the heat and firing their weapons very infrequently to try and curb that. And as a result, they're just not doing very much damage. That could be true. I really honestly don't know. But I feel like we have a lot of emphasis on short-range fighting. But then again, our fighting tends to be short-ranged. I'm going to do it because I want to see if we can make this mech more effective. So we're going to push for this. So SRM-6 and SRM-4 to replace the LRM-15. In theory, our damage is going to go up. Get rid of the LRM ammo and replace it with SRM ammo. Oh, I need to buy more god damn it. I hate when that happens. Because we have to undo everything we just did. It's not like it's that big of a difference, but... Buy some SRM ammo. I'm going to buy all 4 tons here. Because why not? Alright. Let's go back to the Thunderbolt. I mean, honestly, I could even try and make the Trebuchet a better mech by replacing the other M15s with other SRM-6s and just up-armoring the bejesus out of it. Because I don't feel like it's effective. It's not worth me putting in there because the chance that it will get damaged is higher than the chance of it doing damage. So I don't like the mech. So I'm going to try and make it effective. I think LRMs are bad in this game, and unless you have something like the Quick Draw where it's just like an LRM-10 or something like that, that gives you a little bit of boost of fire support, maybe the Thunderbolt's okay, but the Trebuchet is just a bad mech. Like, it does not do what we need it to do. So I have probably more of an incentive to change this thing. And if it doesn't perform after that, I'm selling the damn thing, because it is just not good. So yeah, come to think of it, I think this is the higher priority. And LRM ammo is going to be replaced with SRM ammo. Okay. So we do lose damage output, but I mean, it doesn't, to me, matter because it's not like that damage output is realistic and really happening. We get 8 tons to work with, which is a lot we can put into our armor. I honestly don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I'm going to do it because I'm kind of sick of this mech being as bad as it is. So let's max out the arms because all the weapons are in the arms for the most part. Let's get this up to, I don't know, 12, 15 here. And then max out frontal armor. Okay, and then the legs need to go up to at least 36 in my opinion. Alright. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, we have so much tonnage to work with now. We can really max out the armor. And I'm just going to go until we get to a full ton here. Which honestly might happen when we max out the armor. Oh, okay. You know what? Well, I'm going to back it off to 46 in each leg. And then we'll put a couple points into the head. So the thing's much better armored. It still has a lot of damage output, so I'm not too worried about that. Its heat efficiency is going to be pretty bad. Can I access the market in the loadout screen? I mean, I can, but it cancels the... We'll try it here in a bit, but if I click on this, changes made to the battle mech will be lost. So, no, I can't. Yeah, let's just grab some heat sinks. There you have it. So, a lot more heat efficient. The damage, in my opinion, is probably going to be more effective. We really up-armored the thing. And this way, if we need a 50-ton mech as a backup, I'd rather take this over the Crab, honestly. So, yeah, I think this is the better mech to run. And it's going to have better armor. 336 is way better armor than the Crab has. So, I don't know how heat efficient it's going to be, because even though we did give it a lot of heat sinks, it still may struggle, but I'm going to go with it. I think I'm going to keep the Thunderbolt as is, though. We'll see how much more effective this mech becomes after putting that investment in. No, the button next to your inventory. Market. Oh. Ha 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 ha! Alright, good one, Leo. Alright, I'm dumb. I guess I never noticed that element of the interface. Alright, cool. Well, at least we learned something. Okay. Well, I think I'm happy with those changes. In theory, I'm hoping the Thunderbolt will be better. We will test it out. If the AI performs better than it has in the past, then in my opinion, LRMs are just going to be thrown in the wastebasket. I don't think they're effective in this game. They really need to modify the way the game works. Still not running 100%. Oh, my brain, yeah. Well, I'm still a little sick, so... Granted, that was something I hadn't realized before, so... Like, really, the only thing we have is maybe we want to hire this pilot, but I don't like this, so I'm going to pass on it. But it's good that we're seeing pilots in the 30s now, and not just these junk pilots like this. Okay, let's go to the star map and move on. So we want to go down over here so we can do this contract. That's a long time to travel. But then again, some of that work I'm doing is going to take a long time, isn't it? Not barracks. 26 days. Okay, so we would get back in time. Or we'd have the mechs back in time. All right. So I guess we'll just jump straight there because we don't know where else to go. We're back into a situation where money is really good. I forgot to check what the difficulty in this area is. It might not allow me to do contracts if I don't have the reputation. I'm not 100% sure how that works. Because I'm still at an 8, and I don't know if it will let me do ones in Reputation 9 areas. Let me take a look at that. Okay, it's just an 8. I think it was over here somewhere that was a 9. Yeah, there's a 9. I'm not sure we can do contracts in a 9 zone or not. I really don't know. I don't know how the game works in that regard. Alright, so... we have to first go through this. So, errant signal. One of our communication teams has picked up a weak coded signal coming from a planet that should, in theory, be uninhabited. Our analysts have been unable to decipher the message, but the signal itself is indicative of illegal habitation. The Celestial Wisdom would ask you to investigate this planet on behalf of the Confederation and deal with any interlopers you encounter. You're authorized to use lethal force if necessary. Report back to us when the job is done, and you will be rewarded accordingly for your efforts. Okay, that sounds fine to me. We have a bunch of question marks here, but again, the main thing we want here is the reputation. This is a lot of reputation, and we're really behind on that. Okay. Well, it's definitely high in the difficulty. And it's a raid contract, which I really don't like. Wow, 270. Okay, I don't know if we have the mechs for that yet. What's the drop weight of this one? 230. So that's kind of the standard drop weight we would expect. All right, I have to take a real quick break. I'll be right back, maybe a minute or two. So see you guys in a second. All right, we are back. Okay, so who are we against? It tells us House Davian, so we're going to continue to hurt our relationship with them, but it is what it is. I need this. I need the reputation points. That's really what it comes down to. So we've got 8 points to work with. Salvage shares is only going to allow me to go up to 10. I definitely want a couple points as damage coverage. We might even want more than that. With this type of mission, I'm actually leaning towards going with a third point there. And I guess I'll put one more point into cash. That will work, I guess. So potential payout is 1.25 million. And then shares 10, damage coverage. I think this is the most we've ever taken. So let me go ahead and accept this contract. I think we can get very close to this. Maybe not exactly 270 tons, but close enough. All right, so Grasshopper, we're going to be running the Warhammer. If I can find it on this list, it's all the way down at the bottom. The Thunderbolt, and the Quick Draw. And that gets us within 5 tons of our objective, so I'm okay with that. All right, so maybe we even switch the Thunderbolt and the Quick Draw. Although, I mean, the Thunderbolt does have machine guns, so you do want it getting in close. Alright. We definitely want the best pilots we can field at this point, if at all possible. So, Warhammer is primarily energy weapons, but a little bit of missile systems. I think Freeman definitely needs to be in this one. Okay. The Thunderbolt is a combination of missiles, energy weapons, and ballistic. But let's see what we can get as far as pilots go. Boyce might be a good one to put in the Quick Draw here. Because Quick Draw has an emphasis on energy weapons, but also missile weapons, and he's good at both of those things. So I think that would probably be a good idea. Granted, you know, Thunderbolt has a decent amount of energy weapon stuff too, so maybe we want Boyce there as well. But let's see what our other pilot potentials are. So we've got Pierre, who I think is... I don't think I'm going to use, unless we put him in the Quick Draw. Griffith would be okay, maybe. McRae is the most likely to get fired, honestly, out of the bunch. He's kind of falling behind, and I don't know if it's worth holding on to him. Starnes is okay, kind of. Yeah, so it's really between Cats and potentially using Pierre and the Quick Draw and switching over Boyce to the Thunderbolt. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with. I still feel like Cat's, I mean, we need to get him experience, so maybe putting him in the Thunderbolt is okay, because it gets him experience in all 3 weapon systems here, and that might be more important than having our best pilots. Even though this might be a very difficult mission and it might be worth it, but we've seen the Thunderbolt not necessarily do all that well anyways, so having a crappier pilot here I don't think is going to hurt us, because I have had good pilots in there and it hasn't really made much of a difference. So fingers crossed the Warhammer does really well here, especially piloted by Freeman, who is really good on energy weapons. He's the most skilled pilot even compared to me. He's the most skilled pilot with energy weapons, and he's pretty good across the board. Really, we just have to worry that he overheats. He does have a little bit of overheat skill, but definitely not as good as I have, so we'll have to see. But in any case, this is going to be our Lance loadout, and I like that we have it in order of how tall the mechs are. So this is the tallest mech, this is the next tallest mech, this is the next tallest mech, and this is the shortest mech. Alright, let's go ahead and ready up. Alright, so we're going to really have to cross our fingers on this one. This one might be absolutely crazy, and it may cost us a lot of money and repairs and stuff.
Attention. Prepare for battle.
Hopefully my allies don't do anything too stupid. At least we get the cool drop in.
Reactor online.
This will also be the first time we're using the Warhammer controlled by AI, so we'll have to see how they do.
All systems nominal.
Alright. Seems like the squatters are living on this planet illegally. We've received orders to disable their communications by destroying their radio.
Alright, we got enemy contact right away.
The settlers may be equipped and dangerous, and we've been authorized to use lethal force if need be.
Destroyed.
Well, that was quick.
Target acquired.
Enemy destroyed.
Alright, I don't think we need to go over in this direction anymore. I was just mostly taking care of the enemy presence that we saw. I feel like I heard a dropship come in. Oh, that might have been the dropship taking off. I heard the thruster sound. Alright. Well, so far, nobody's really taken serious damage. Quick Draw took a little bit, and I took a little bit, but nothing too serious. Alright, we'll hit those last 2 locations at the end. Hopefully we've thinned out the enemy presence at that point. Not really sure how I'm going to approach that. Might go around all the way. Oh, go ahead and just tell everybody to target that. Okay, he's dead. Okay, we got a medium mech coming in.
Target acquired.
Tell everybody to target that. Oh, still a little too far away for me to hit with medium lasers. Take care of that vehicle right now. Helicopter in our face.
Target destroyed.
Alright.
Enemy destroyed.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Oh yeah, we had a dropship just offload some enemies. So, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and head over this way, and we're gonna do my original plan of just hugging
Target destroyed.
the backside here.
Incoming.
Oh, hello.
Target.
What is hitting me?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay. Hello.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile.
Ow.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Okay, take care of all the riffraff.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Alright. That makes me feel better.
Target.
Alright.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay. So far, so good.
Target destroyed.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Those vehicles are a lot hardier than they should be, because those are technically the Jaegers are supposed to be really light
Target destroyed.
hover vehicles, and as a result, they really should not have anywhere near as much health as they have.
Target acquired.
That was a big whiff.
Target destroyed.
Reporting heavy damage. Splash target.
Alright. Keep going. We've taken a decent amount of damage, but we're thinning them out.
Got another one.
Okay. I feel like my allies are doing really well. Warhammer hasn't really taken any damage at all, but I can definitely tell it's been doing things.
Target acquired.
Oh, is that thing turned upside down? Alright. I think this is the point where we turn. Well, they got some LRMs off before we lost sight of it. Whether or not those LRMs actually did any damage, I don't know.
Target is down.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Alright, how close are we to the objective? Pretty close. I expect some hostiles here fairly soon. Can't see the target because of this big rock.
Target neutralized.
Okay.
Target acquired.
Enemy mech. Crab. Go ahead and tell our allies to target that.
Focusing fire.
Ow. I'll focus on the vehicles. Okay, now we can focus on him. No, we can't.
Target acquired.
Ow. I can't hit that guy because he's too high. I think I lost an arm or two.
Target destroyed. Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Holy crap. I'm taking a lot of damage here.
Target destroyed.
I can't sustain damage like this much longer.
Target destroyed.
That kills reactor is about to go.
Oh, shit. Goodbye, vehicle. Oh, that didn't kill the vehicle? Come on. Oh. Hello.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Alright, got him. Okay, let's go get that objective.
Objective down.
Or my allies would just do it for me.
Communication systems on the illegal settlements are now in the
Alright.
dark. Good job. Our work is done.
Those damn flyers clipping my alarms off. Oh well. We have still a good chunk of our weapon systems when we lose our arms. The quick draw took a lot of damage. I'm not exactly sure how bad off it is. Where even is it?
Another one.
It's over there. I can't hit it yet again. Well, I'm just gonna have to not worry about that quick draw because Alright. And now you see why I don't put those higher quality medium lasers in my arms when I can, because we lose them so often. Alright. I see you coming up there. Let's get out of here. Well, considering that that was supposed to be a relatively high difficulty mission, I think we did decently. I expected the damage to possibly be worse. The quick draw out of our allies probably took the worst of it. And my mech losing its arms isn't really as big of a deal. Okay, continue. Let's go by value. Alright. Not really sure. I definitely want to take this. What else to grab here? I'm not sure. It might be fun, like, if we get like a Yager mech or something, to have a bunch of these AC2 burst fires and like just use that. So I'm gonna grab a couple of these, and I guess we might as well grab the higher quality one as well. And then other than that, not really sure so much what to get here. I guess we'll just grab these LRM 10s and I'll just sell them. Oh, that's right. Grab that many. There, that'll do it. So we end up getting, yeah, we did take more damage than I insured, but not that much more. So it was good that we took that much because we get more money as a result of that. So 1.77 million. Most of that was on the quick draw, which did lose an arm and almost lost its other arm, which is unfortunate because I think a good amount of its weapon systems, I have to think about that. Maybe just some medium lasers, but it definitely lost some weapon systems in that. Alright, let's evaluate who did what damage. So, I did 707. Probably could have done better there. The Warhammer did really decently, although in theory, the fact that the quick draw beat it, I don't know how that works out, but alright. I did feel like I felt the presence of this Warhammer, though, so as much as it may not have done as much damage as we'd expect, I feel like it still helped us a lot. Thunderbolt, it struggled as it normally does. But then again, I felt like I was seeing those LRMs happen a lot, so now that could have been the quick draws just as much, so in any case, let's go ahead and continue. Okay, well, that's probably part one. Let's see if we can get the next communication here. We have deciphered part of the coded message from that illegal settlement. It is now clear to us that we intercepted the internal communications of a House Davian strike team gearing up to wreak havoc on one of our industrial worlds. The Chancellor has shifted priority of our operation and is redirecting reinforcements to assist in dealing with these deceitful Davian dogs. Hold them off as long as you are able. Every Fed rat you destroy will earn you a combat bonus for your continued service to the Confederation. So this is probably a war zone mission, if you're going to get a bonus beyond. Or it might be a defense contract based off the description. I expect it's going to be a war zone one, though. Alright, we'll go ahead and accept that. Let's see where it is. Okay, down that way. So, because of the damage we took, I think we go over to Buenos Aires here. We'll just see the extent of the damage. So, Grasshopper lost both of its arms, but they were just quality 1 medium lasers, so those are easy for us to replace. The Warhammer lost nothing. Thunderbolt lost nothing. The quick draw lost a grand total of a single medium laser, which, again, not hard for us to replace, so yeah, this not too bad. There's nothing in that other arm, so we're all good there. In the grand scheme of things, really, our mech took the most damage, and its systems, it's fairly easy for us to replace. It just will take a lot of time, probably, to repair it, so let's go ahead and do the jump that we know we need to do, which is to jump over to Buenos Aires. We could do a further away jump on purpose to try and spend more time here, but oh, it's the same number of days regardless. Or we were here. I'd like to go somewhere else. So let's go to Daikon here, because it probably would be a longer jump to get to Repulse, and we might need that time to repair anyway. Goes 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 jumps. which gives us 27 days. No, wait, 1, 2, 3. No, that would be 30-something days, wouldn't it? 34. Okay, maybe we don't need to do that. We'll go to Mercenaries still. That'll be 1, 2, 3. So it'll be 27 days. Maybe we need more time than that, but I'm all right with going to Mercenaries here. And, yeah. Let's go ahead and travel. Oh, hey there, Wolf. Yeah. Alright. I hope we find some mechs here, because we are seeing some tonnage increase. At least that mission we needed 270 tons. Which is the most we've had available now. Alright, well, let's jump to the market first. We got ourselves a catapult, but we already know how I feel about this. And this is also a variant that has no energy weapon slots, just missile slots. So I'm going to say no to that. Got ourselves a quick draw, another quick draw, a Wolverine. Yeah, unfortunately these mechs are not really all that exciting. So we're just going to have to hold off on that, I guess. Let's go to the equipment, though. They're starting off with ballistic weapons. We already own some of these, so... Now, why is this listed differently? Oh, it's quality 4. I don't own them. I'm... Oh, ignore me. I'm losing my mind. Alright, let's go to the energy weapons. So we do have some medium lasers. I like to buy these whenever I'm seeing them, because I go through them like crazy. So, purchase. Nothing else here really jumps out at me. We already have some PPCs, so... Missile systems? Nah, not really. Let's see here. Yeah, we're all good. Okay. Considering we have a decent number of those quality 2 medium lasers, I might be willing to put some of those in my arms, even though we're very likely to lose them. The quick draw, on the other hand, I'm just going to put a normal quality 1 medium laser. Oh, there is something in that arm. Guess I misread that. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and put a normal quality 1 in here. And we'll do the normal repairs. So 18 days, that's not too bad. Alright, now let's jump over to the Grasshopper. So we also lost out on heat sinks. I should probably put those heat sinks not in the arms, because we lose these arms very normally. This was the default loadout. I think I'm going to end up going against that default loadout, though, because we lose these arms so frequently. So I'm going to end up putting the heat sinks in the torso sections instead. That would obviously really hurt if we lost these torso sections, but if we lost the torso section, we lose the arm anyway, so not really that big of a deal. Alright, so we now have 11 of these things, so I have no problem installing the higher quality here, especially as this is our mainline mech. We also have 2 of these quality 3 medium lasers, but I don't want this to take too much time here. 27 days, that's actually about as much time as we have, so as much as I do want to install these eventually, I'm going to hold off on it for now. Okay, I think that's going to do it. I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't find better mechs somewhere. And out of what we have in our cold storage, nothing really all that exciting here either, so... Yeah. Yeah, we need something heavier, like a 70-75 ton mech. That's kind of what we're looking at right now. Probably a 75 ton mech would be more what I'd be looking for. Well, we could try looking for it, but I honestly think we just go down here, because we might get a mech as a reward. So, oh, it's only 20 days away. Ah, I assumed it would be more than that. So what's our schedule? Work orders? 27 days? Okay. Well, oh, I didn't look at the pilots. Oh, they're all junk. Sometimes mechs show up in the market after a mission that doesn't... Oh, yeah, you're right. I agree with you. Yeah, an awesome wouldn't be bad either. That one might be a little too heavy to to drop at the moment, but we're not far away from being able to get that kind of mech running. All right, in any case, I think we're going to jump over to Sheba here. There's a couple of rare weapons, so I think we jump over here. We need to spend a little bit of time wasted, so I'll come over to Sheba. We'll see what's there, and we'll see. Let's see if there's any good pilots too, because I'd like to see some good things there as well. But potentially what I'm looking for is just a better mech. And then we can sell all those other mechs that we have, and we'd have a lot of money. Alright, let's go to the market first. Alright, so the hero mech is a catapult, but it's one that uses PPCs, I think. Or just energy weapons. Oh, large lasers, not PPCs. Okay. But it's really expensive. That might not really be that bad for us, though, because we have a lot of money, and I could sell a lot of stuff. And 65 tons would be doable. 2 AMS systems, that's interesting. So small laser, medium laser, large laser. Interesting. Oh, I know you're not spending more. I know it's at the time you do it. AMS is an anti-missile system. This is Laws Tech, so it's not super common. I don't know. I'm gonna guess this uses ammo. So this would be interesting to pick up, and it also comes with a cute kitty paint scheme. It probably isn't worth the price. Let's see what else we got. We got a Marauder. It's very beat up, so it would take some repairs, but all the weapon systems are intact. Granted, we'd probably end up stripping them out anyway. So a Marauder wouldn't necessarily be... Oh, you know, a Jaeger mech. I'm actually tempted to pick this up, because we actually have the weapon systems to use it. I don't know how good it's going to be, but almost from a development side of things and testing equipment, I honestly think this would be very good. So, yeah, we've got a few options here. The Jaeger mech, if we want to go more ballistic weapons, because we have pilots that would benefit from that. The Marauder is just a generally good, solid mech. That wouldn't be bad for us. Ooh, there's a Stalker here. I love Stalkers, but again, we have to evaluate how good of a mech this is. This is also the variant that uses an LRM-20, so I'm not too excited about that. Yeah, I honestly think the Jaeger mech is the right call here. Based off of the pilots we have, and also, I think we can push these ballistic weapons. That might be what I go with. But if we, no matter what we pick up here, we have to sell stuff. So let me go ahead and go to the market and go... Well, actually, I'm probably going to sell the Firestarter here. I think we're beyond the point of light mechs, and we've got the Assassin and the Phoenix Hawk at the moment to kind of fill that role if we really need to. So, yeah, I think the Firestarter is going to go here, and then we'll sell all these stuff in cold storage. So we've got, what, how many mechs to sell here? Quite a few. Looks like 5. So we'll sell all that stuff. That'll give us a lot of money, and then we'll decide from there. So Firestarter really doesn't have anything in it that I would be upset if I lost, so I'm just going to sell it as is. Yeah, let's go over to our inventory. We'll sell the Firestarter. So we get almost 1.5 million out of the deal. We also have a 15% discount here, which is nice. Alright, let's go ahead and sell that. And then I'll go through and I'll sell these one at a time. So, Blackjack. Blackjack, sell. I look forward to them to being able to sell stuff from cold storage without having to do this nonsense. I think somebody said that that was something that they were planning to do. What is the mech I just put over there? The Enforcer? Yeah, let's sell that. 1.8. Nice. So we're going to be doing pretty well here money-wise in a second. Locust 1M. That's not going to be worth a whole lot, but we might as well sell it. Yeah. Next major patch. So that's good. Because otherwise I would have been able to hold on to I mean, I would have sold the Firestarter anyway, because we need to buy a mech here, but... Alright, next. Got the Spider. That didn't sell for too bad. And then finally, we have my favorite mech in the whole world, the Urban Mech. Alright, let's sell that and get it over with. Okay. Let's go back into the market then. So we have one open slot. Let's get the, I'm leaning towards the Yager mech here. I think it'd be fun to build, an autocannon bearing mech. I might even do just AC2s, do 4 AC2s, because we have some decent quality AC2s at the moment. There might even be some good ones in the market if I remember. Oh wait, we haven't checked. That was that previous store. I'm gonna buy this. I don't know if it's the best course of action, but I want to see how effective the AI is with ballistic weapons, because it seems like they're not that good with missile systems, but maybe they're pretty good with ballistics. Ooh, the Jester will have double heat sinks? Think so? Fortunately, this description doesn't say so. Well, that cooling sure sounds like it. Because 2.6 is a lot. That's tempting. Because it is a pretty solid mech. The damage output we could improve by getting higher quality lasers in there. On the AMS, it might not be bad for us. We don't face a lot of enemy mechs with missiles, but maybe in the future. Ah, okay. So they're worth it. All right. Well, I still think I'm gonna go with the Yager mech. You guys can get mad at me if you like, but I want to see what we can do with it. Trying to see. It's either that or the Marauder. It's between those two. I think it's going to be harder for us to field the Marauder. So I'm going to go with the Yager mech here. Oh no, it's fine. I'm just... I'm just joking with you guys mostly. Okay, let's go to the battle mechs then. We'll do the work on this thing. I might go to the market and buy some stuff. Yeah, actually, we should check that. Oh, but barracks as well.
Wasting my time.
Oh, Lester might be a good one. Let's see. Generally good down here. Pretty average here, but it's not bad compared to our other pilots that we have.
Ready for mission briefing and drop preparations.
I think Lester is worth picking up.
You're ready to stop wasting my time?
Let's read his description. No one is truly sure of where Captain Lester hails from, as no official records have ever been found. Green and wet behind the ears, Captain Lester is eager to start logging some serious minutes on the battlefield. He thinks he can be the hero the Intersphere deserves. Captain Lester is sorely delusional, but he's pretty good. I don't know what that description's all about, because he's got a high cap. I'll hire him. He's the best pilot here, that's for sure.
Ready, sir. Let's get to work.
Alright, let's take a look at our own pilots. I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of MechWarrior at this point. MechWarrior is well behind. So, get rid of MechWarrior. Alright, what was the other pilot that was
Ready, sir.
half decent?
Let's get to work.
Rouse. Let's see. Ballistics, missiles. Yeah, I think our other pilots that we have are kind of have too similar of a skill set, and I'd rather keep a hold of Hope and Starnes, I think. So, yeah, I think for now we'll just keep with what we've got. But he might be really good for the future for us. So Katz and Lester will be pretty good for the future. And then we've got some alright mechs, our pilots, beside that. Alright, in any case, let's go work on that mech. Alright, edit loadout. Now, one of the things I'm definitely going to do with this mech is Yager mechs tend to have really poor armor. So I am going to, let's just get rid of that and that. And that. I'll put the ammo where I want to put it. I'm going to get rid of that. Well, and obviously that, because they're both destroyed. Repair. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to go with AC2s here. Maybe not the wisest thing to do, but... Oh, I meant to go to the market. Let me take a look at the market. Ooh. Interesting. We got an AC10, quality level 3. Now, out of curiosity, it's not going to list things that this mech can't install, but we'll look at some other stuff too. So notice AC2s that are good quality. Boots and cats. Alright, so nothing that we'd want to buy from the market. Okay, so let's see what our possibilities are. Oh, we can fit an AC10 in this thing. I guess I didn't realize that the slot would be that big. Not that we're maybe going to do that, but... I think I'm going to go with the 4 AC2s here. Maybe this is a completely bonkers idea and it won't work and it will do minimal damage, but I want to try it out. Then you guys are going to get replaced with quality 2s. And then we need the ammo. So... we'll go with... oh, I need more ammo. Market. Buy 2 tons. Yeah. I think it will be decent, especially the way the AI uses that type of weapon. I'm curious to see how well they do. I might put that ammo actually in the legs. You know what? Let's do that. Okay. Now I'm going to up armor the bejesus out of this thing. So let's get those arms maxed out, because they are very valuable. That's where a lot of our firepower is. Okay, let's put at least, I want to say 12 on the rear. At least double that up. We'll put maybe 15 in the back. And then let's get some armor here. Let's go at least 35. Alright, how are we doing on tonnage? Still have plenty of room. Okay, let's go up to 40. Let's get some armor in the legs. Let's go up to, let's say, 42 as a start. Okay. Now for the frontal armor, let's go up to 45 or so. Okay, we're starting to run out of tonnage here. Okay, not too bad. Let's go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Go up to, let's say, 48. Put a couple in the head for a good measure. Okay. Put a couple more points in the rear armor. I don't know if we really need that much, but... Alright, that's where I'm going to leave it. We can modify this later if it seems like a good idea. I don't think we're going to need heat sinks. I'm actually curious. Because these don't generate a lot of heat, but they fire really rapidly, so it might be a problem. Hey, Mastani. I guess we'll have to test it out and find out. With my experience with blackjacks, I think the AC2s can be problematic from heat, but... Alright, let me get our weapon group set up. Because I feel like they're going to be a mess. We'll go with chain fire and all that. Hey, Tark. Yeah, let's apply it. I like this. Let's see how good it does. If I get an opportunity to, I'll pilot myself. See how well it does. Because I feel like this might be a fun mech. Alright, any case, 40 days, that's a long time. We might not be able to use it in our next mission, but that's okay. Alright, well, we've got a promising direction going here. Did I repair... yeah, I had to have repaired the arm, didn't I? Uh-oh. Well, if I didn't repair it, it's 40 days anyway, so we'll repair it later. Alright.